Welcome inside the WB Mason Coaches Report. Ryan Mayer here with Hofstra Pride men's soccer coach Richard Nuttall. Coach, 1-1 week for you guys last week. Let's start with the Drexel game. You get a 1-0 victory. What did you see from your side in that match?
Well, played in very severe weather conditions. First half, they had the wind and the rain, driving rain. And we defended okay, a little bit sloppy and a bit panicky at certain times. Didn't really give up many chances to them, but we didn't, we were on the back foot defending. But I thought we showed a lot of tenacity and courage. So first half was difficult. Second half, the elements were in our favour somewhat, and I thought we were magnificent, really. We defended how we wanted to. We took the game to them, and we created chances. Eventually got a goal. Chris Greaves a great strike, but we had 2 or 3 other good chances. And I can honestly say we didn't really give them many openings or looks on goal. So there was one half look, but we got 1-0 up and we defended very well, and we saw the game out in some comfort. So I was very pleased with the victory, to be honest, and the manner of the victory.
And you spoke about him a little bit right there. Chris Greaves gets the lone goal in that game, makes it 3 on the season for him. Just speak about his performance so far this season.
Yeah, well, Chris Greaves is very talented. He's got a wonderful left foot. He can shoot from anywhere. What we're trying to do with him is trying to get him to vary his game a little bit. He tends to want to win as the game all the time, when he's got to understand he's got to keep it a little bit simpler at times and keep the ball moving. But he's very dangerous within sight of goal, and he's got a tremendous shot, and he's working hard. He gets down on himself a little bit emotionally during the game if things are not going well, but overall his effectiveness is there, and he creates as well. His crossing is great, so we're very happy with him so far.
Now, Coach, you move forward to Saturday. You take on the number 11 team in the nation, in the Old Dominion Monarchs. You're only down by 1 goal at the half. What happened in the second half that made it that 4-1 scoreline?
Well, let me talk about the first half. We've done very well in the first half, and we've had 3 or 4 chances, including 2 very good chances, like one-on-one with the goalie, where we should have scored to go 1-0, and we're doing well. And then, without wanting to blame Roberto, our goalkeeper, he's made a mistake with a miss kick and given him a goal just before half-time. Roberto's been very, very good for us this season, and but just it changed the emotion of the team, and it changed the course of the game, that 1 goal. And then second half, they've got another one quickly with a bit of bad defending. But still at 2-0, we've had 2 cleared off the line to make it 2-1, and 3 or 4 very good opportunities there. Keepers made a couple of great saves to get to stop it being 2-1 and changing the game again. And then of course we're pressing, and we've conceded the third. So as strange as it seems, our play was somewhat good to very good at times against a very good ODU side. I think offensively they're tremendous, but I think we got at them. And we created chance after chance, and this game's a matter of inches, and if you score one of those goals, you're back in the game. But overall, ODU deserved the game, but I was very pleased with our play for the majority of the game.
And one of those chances did end up in the back of the net. Heider Emelson getting his 2nd goal of the season. Just what has the freshman been like getting into the starting lineup in the past couple of matches?
Well, last 2 years we've started a lot of freshmen, and that bodes well for the future. And we're playing a lot of freshmen now. And Heider, he's stuck at his task. Again, he's another emotional kid who gets down on himself sometimes, but he's stuck at his task. And he's starting to understand the nature of the American college game, and he's starting to shine, and he played very well. He bossed the midfield at points. And I think if he can work on his athleticism and his strength, I think he's going to be a good player for this program. And he's just starting to settle down and understand the rhythm of the game. So I think we're going to see good things from Heider.
And going into this week, Coach, you face George Mason this upcoming Wednesday, and then head down to take on William & Mary. First, George Mason, what have you seen from the Patriots this season in terms of what they like to do and maybe some things that you can exploit?
Well, what we've seen from George Mason is what we knew from the start of the season. I think they were one of the favourites to do well. George Mason are very talented in all departments and they're very athletic. And they seem to be a little bit of an emotional team. You know, when they're playing well, they can beat anybody. When they're not playing well, they can lose to lesser opponents. So we've got to be very wary. We've got to watch their pace and their speed and their strength. And we've got to stay focused and organised because it's all still to play for. With 3 games to go with the injuries we've had this season, I'm very pleased that we're still in with a chance of making the playoffs.
And then you look forward to William & Mary again, another team that was expected to be at the top of the CAA. They are currently sitting right behind ODU in the standings for the conference.
Mm-hmm.
Just what have you seen from the Tribe, and maybe how can you attack them to go out there and pull out a victory?
Well, you know, the old coaching cliche, we're just worrying about the next game at the moment. We haven't spoke too much as a staff. We have our information on William & Mary, but William & Mary are very well organised and they're emotionally sound on the field, and we know they'll play their game plan. So we've got to be, again, hopefully it goes well against George Mason, then we can think about that next, but we're focusing now on George Mason.
And Coach, you sit in the middle of, again, another tough competition for those top 6 spots in the conference. Always seems to be that there's a bit of a log jam to determine those last couple of spots going into the playoffs. What does your team need to do to go out and make sure you make the CAA postseason?
Well, I think what we've got to do, we've got to cut out the silly mistakes at the back, and we've got to finish the chances that we are creating. The good news is that we're creating chances against good teams. I would be more worried if we weren't creating chances. So we've just got to tidy up a little bit at the back, as I've said, and just a little bit more concentration.
All right, Coach. Thanks for joining me inside the WB Mason Coaches Report.
Thank you very much. Thank you.